Welcome back to Uber Friends, your supplier of good feels. And for this week's stretch series, we have a beautiful sleepy time yoga stretch. So this is one for you to do in the PM. So get comfy, probably put your PJs on if you haven't already. And if you like, grab a pillow or a bolster for one of the poses. It's not 100% necessary, but if you have one, please do feel free to use it when we get there. So let's come down into a 4-point kneel to start off with. We'll do a few rounds of cat-cow and breath work just to really arrive onto the mat and sort of mobilize the spine, get rid of some things that we're carrying from the day. So taking your hands underneath your wrists and knees underneath your hips. Take a nice big breath in and dip your belly down and look up. Good. On your exhale, let's tuck the chin in and press through the mat and lift and press through the mat like a nice cat stretch. Reversing that, bringing the belly down, looking forward, maybe shining your heart forward a little more, rolling the shoulders back and down. And reversing, tucking the hips under, getting a good stretch in. Let's do one more. So dip that belly, maybe looking up, shining the heart forward a little more. And one last time, one big cat stretch. So nice. Let's move into a child's pose. So taking your knees nice and wide, big toes to touch, sink your bum back and down, really feeling a nice stretch through the hips here. And then creep your hands forward, lower the chest onto the mat. And when you get your forehead to the mat, maybe just creep your hands forward. Give your back a good little stretch. Inhale. On the exhale, let's let it all go. Relax through the arms. So this is a beautiful passive stretch just to open up through the back. Give internal organs a little massage in the front of the body. And it's also super calming on the nervous system. So let's check in with our belly breaths here. So a big breath in through the nose. A nice long breath out through the mouth. No rush, but maybe you notice that your chest melts towards the ground a little more. Or that you feel a little tension releasing from your shoulders. One more big round of breath here. Let something go on the exhale. Letting go of the day or any worries that you're carrying around with you. And really gently, really slowly, walk your hands back up. Coming into a nice kneeling position. Rolling up through the spine. Let's just roll the shoulders back and down 3 times. So really focus on pulling the shoulders away from the ears. And then staying in this kneeling position, I want you to reach your left arm up. And just gently taking it across to the right side of your head. Giving it a nice little pull, feeling a beautiful stretch, releasing any tension from the neck, and then just slowly turn your gaze towards the floor. Good, using the breath to work through anything that's coming up. Slowly releasing the left hand, coming down. And let's extend the right hand up towards the sky. And reach up and over the left side of the head. Bring that right ear down towards the right shoulder. And then just in your own time, shifting your gaze down towards the floor. It feels so nice to give the neck a stretch. Especially if you've been working at computers. up and over. From here, shift your hips over to one side and we'll come down and sit on our bums. And then we're going to come into a beautiful forward fold. So again, a nice passive stretch here. Just extend your legs long out in front and don't be too concerned if you've got a beautiful bend in your knees. We want to work through as least effort as possible with some of these poses, just to prepare ourselves for bed, okay? So sitting up nice and tall here, and I want you to hinge at the hips. So keeping your back straight for now, reaching forward, maybe even walking your hands down your mat towards your feet. And then when you get to your point, your limit, take a nice breath in, extend through the spine, drink in the air, and exhale, forward fold, let everything go, dropping the head down, feeling a real sense of length from your tailbone right up to the top of your neck. Turn your palms face up into the receiving position and just allowing your hands to fall exactly where they like. Then using the breath, take a big inhale, expanding through the chest, a little stretch there. And then maybe your exhale, you might find that pulling your belly button to spine creates some space. I'm just going to hang around here for a few more rounds of breath. Another opening up through the back of the body. Keep the eyes closed down. Real sense of relaxation coming over you. And don't force your legs to be straight if they don't feel like going there. This is a real do as you please kind of practice. And really, really slowly, you start rolling up through your spine, coming up into a nice seated, nice tall position. When you get there, just give those shoulders one more roll back down the back. Now let's bring our left leg, tuck it in, bring that left leg to the right and the thigh, and then just shuffle that right leg out so we're almost in a one-legged V-step. Extending your left arm up into the air, reach up nice and tall and ground down through that left hip bone. Then we'll reach over, nice side bend towards the right foot. Just noticing how that feels and feeling what it's like to create some length down this side body. And maybe you take your right arm to the inside of your leg and maybe just twist the chest open towards the sky a little more if that feels good for you in your back. Again, we're always using those belly breaths, especially in a practice like this where we're coming down before bed. So check in that you're still breathing deep. And then just on your exhales, maybe you're extending a little more, releasing the muscles. Really nice. Let's come all the way back up into center. Sitting up nice and tall. Feeling the difference. I love that stretch. I should do it more than I do. Taking your right hand just onto your left knee, a nice soft twist towards the left side of the body. Let's take a nice inhale, breath for length, so growing tall through the spine, and a big exhale out. Coming all the way back into center, let's swap legs, so tucking that right leg in, and extending that left leg long out to the side. And we'll V-sit to the other side. Grow tall with the right arm extended up towards the sky. Anchor down through that right hip. Inhale to prepare and grow nice and long. Then on your exhale, let's tip over and reach for that left foot. Getting a real sense of opening and a little twisting. We very rarely sort of stretch the side body in this way. Just allowing your your body to sort of do what it needs to do. If it feels good, you can twist up towards the ceiling. Maybe you're super bendy and you can reach right all the way over to your left toes. Take one more round of breath, inhale. Breathe it all out on the exhale. Let's come on up super, super slow. I'm going to move like liquid through this practice, so almost like we're moving through quicksand or honey. Let's sit up nice and tall, and using that left hand, let's reach around for that right knee. Nice spinal twist. Just applying a little bit of pressure between hand and knee to maybe twist a little further. Like you're wringing out a wet cloth at the end of the day, drip by drip. Inhale, let's come back to center. We're going to move into an inversion now. So if you have a block or bolster or pillow handy, I'll get you to bring that within reach. So just bending the knees, we're going to come down and lie down onto our backs. Just slowly, slowly rolling all the way down. And then when we get there, keeping the knees bent towards the ceiling and maybe walking your feet a little bit closer towards your bum. I want you to press down through your feet, lift your hips up towards the ceiling, and then whatever you've got to elevate your bum with, whether that's a bolster or a block, just placing it underneath your sacrum or lower back there. And getting comfy, then just taking the hands out to either side, palms facing up, then just extending one leg up towards the sky and then the other leg up. So you can also do this pose against a wall if you've got one handy. And this is just a beautiful passive pose that helps the blood circulate around the body a little bit better, returns to the heart. It's also a really beautiful calming pose for the sympathetic nervous system, parasympathetic nervous system. Just stay here for between 3 to 5 rounds of breath. If you're having trouble winding down your mind, just take one or both hands to the belly. Just turn your attention to your breath. Noticing that simple rise and fall of the belly. Take one more round of breath where you are. So inhaling through the nose, filling all the way up to the top of your shoulders. And a long sigh out through the mouth. Really gently lowering your left leg to the ground. And then the right leg. And then just knocking your legs from side to side, little windscreen wiper. Press those hips up just a touch and just remove your block or bolster out from underneath you. Really slowly, slowly roll the pelvis down. We're moving into a happy baby position. So I want you to lift both legs up so that your feet come towards the ceiling. And you can either grab behind your knees and pull your knees into your armpits, or if it's there for you, you can grab the ankles, doing the same. Or if it's available for you, you can also reach for the outer blades of the feet, holding on to the balls of the feet and just flexing the toes towards the nose. We find a nice spine lengthening happy baby. Take a breath in, and then on your exhale, maybe lengthen down through your tailbone, or maybe you find space by pulling the shoulders away from the ears. Making some tiny little adjustments that open up through the hips. If there's a little bit of extra space, the knees might come more into the armpits. Or perhaps it just feels nice to close down the eyes and rock from side to side. A little lower spine massage. Really gently, let's come to stillness and slowly let go of wherever you are holding onto your legs, and let's just hug both knees into the chest. Give yourself a really big hug. Nice little compression for the internal organs here. While we're in this position, you're giving yourself a beautiful squeeze. We're going to come into like Supta Uttanasana or butterfly pose. So we're going to bring the soles of the feet together if you can. And just spread the knees out wide. If this feels a little uncomfortable for you, just do one leg at a time. So keep one leg up or extended and wing the other one out to the side. If you are just doing one leg, don't worry, I'll let you know when to change over. Let's just start noticing the differences in our body. What it's nice to fully let go and relax. Just start feeling a sense of relaxation creeping into your upper body. Slowing down your spine. Your unclenching or stop holding on to things in your belly. Feel a release through the hips and the knees. Know that if any emotions are coming up for you, notice them. Don't become them. Just use the exhale. Know that they will pass. Using your hands, gently guide your knees back up towards the ceiling. Feet will come flat on the floor. Allow yourself a moment to adjust. Then when you're ready, let's prepare for the final position, Shavasana. So extending both legs long out onto the mat, and then taking the feet at least the width of the mat. Getting ready, settling in, maybe turning your palms face up. Take a big breath in together, collective inhale, fill all the way out. And exhale out all the tension from your body. Notice what it's like to release anything you're holding on to. Your shoulders are loose. Your belly is just gently rising and falling involuntary. Your hips, your knees, your feet, all relaxed. So gently just start to notice the temperature on your skin. just ever so gently bring a little bit of movement back into the feet, maybe wiggling the toes, brushing forefingers with thumb, starting to breathe a little deeper. Maybe clenching the fists, open and close. And then really, really slowly, just rolling onto your preferred side. Maybe cradling the head with your hand. And staying here for a moment or two, just to let the blood pressure stabilize from the movement. And then, with as least effort as possible, just make your way up into your comfortable seat. Keep your eyes closed down if you can. Really slowly, slowly moving up into the cross-legged position. Or feel free to take whatever's working for you. Let's bring the hands together in a nice prayer position. Bow your head in gratitude. And just think about one thing that you're grateful for today. Let the warmth of that gratitude wash over you. Say thank you to yourself for giving you this time to practice and do something just for you. Your body will thank you with a beautiful, restful night's sleep. Take one final round of breath, inhale. And we say namaste to seal the practice. Namaste. The light in me sees the light in you. Thank you so much for coming along in that beautiful sleepy yoga practice. I hope you're all feeling super relaxed and ready for bed. Try and avoid any screen time from now until you slide right into those beautiful sheets of yours. And go to bed and just really give yourself a big thank you for taking that time out. Your body will reward you with some beautiful energy tomorrow morning, I'm sure. I'm also going to have a gratitude practice up for you. So if you feel like doing a bit of a double good feels, feel free to jump on in on that one tomorrow. So hope you all have a wonderful night's sleep, sweet dreams guys, and I look forward to seeing you again soon.